Camera's on if you want. Good morning. How's everybody today? We get this out of the way. All right, so let's start by holding the ball in the right hand. Legs are together. You don't have to worry about taking your knees right next to each other. I have to feng shui this a little bit, so I gotta move over a little bit. So we'll take, and you're gonna sit all the way to the back. I don't want you to lean back though. I want you to make your spine responsible for sitting. All right, so let's bring this arm up and down. You'll do it this way 3 times. And go ahead and breathe with me while you do this. And then we'll bring the arm front and down and front and down. And one more time, front and down. Now we'll swing it back. So watch out if your chair has some sides to it. Just be careful. Good. And then flip the hand over, hold the palm open. Try not to squeeze the ball for this. And you're going to go to the side and you're going to come across. So you're forced to make sure that the arm stays level as you do this. Go ahead and inhale, open, and exhale, close. Let's start to add a little bit of a rotation with the body. So twist back, looking at the ball behind you, and come across. And twist back. Oh, the kids downstairs have the bubble machine going. Yay! Twist back, and come back in. 2 more, twist back. They're hitting the dog on the butt. Twist back and come forward. Flip around, press up. Come down. Try not to squeeze the ball while you do this. Push. Might fall out of your hand, that's okay. Rotate. Twist. Up. Down. Rotate. One more time. Twist. Push, down, and in. Good. Take the ball onto your leg. If you don't have the ball, you can use your pillow. Straight arm, shoulder dropped. Inhale, exhale, just press into the ball. Feel this side of the body activate. Exhale, press. And press. And press. 5 more. 3, and 2, and 1. Good. We're going to go slicing up the front, and then we'll do a little side bend. So we'll slice up, side bend, come back, arm down. I want you to put your hand here, right by the bottom of your ribs. Slice up. I want you to inhale into your hand. Exhale to sit back up. Inhale to come down. Exhale to go up. Inhale, breathe in your hand. Exhale. Good, so we're opening up the lungs. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, over. Exhale, down. Inhale, back. Good. Other side, okay? So gentle squeeze of the ball, don't over squeeze. Here we go. Arm up. No side bend yet. And down. And up. Just getting the mechanics of this arm bone working in the shoulder joint, right? No interruption in your shoulders, so keep the trapezius muscle relaxed, especially at the top here. Now we'll slice forward, up, and down. Allow the shoulder blade to travel with you. 2 more, up, and down. One more time, up, and down. Now swing to the back. Breathe every time, please. So you don't want to move the arm too quickly or you'll end up hyperventilating. One more time, back and in. There's this blue stick right there and I'm like, what is that? Am I strong? Okay, so excuse me while I admit this person. What do we do after that? Oh, this one. Palm open, open side. No rotation in the torso. This is just an arm, shoulder, blade movement. And open. And close one more time. And then we'll add the rotation in the trunk. So twist, come back. I have so much more mobility on this side than I do the other side. And rotate, and come back. And one more time, rotate, and come back. Good. Hold, try not to grip. Flip the hand, press up, come down, turn. Flip, press. You gotta go slow or it'll fall out. Flip, turn, up. Whoa, almost lost it. Flip. Reach, down, and around. Good, nice grip on the ball. A little bit of fingertips here on the side of the ribs. Inhale over. Exhale down. Inhale over. Change the arm, move it. Inhale. Don't move, exhale. I want you to breathe in when you side bend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale, side bend. One more time, up, side bend, over, and down. Place the ball on your thighs, straighten the arm out. Press through this, you're gonna feel this all the way down the side, in this side of your tummy. Exhale, press, release, press. So actively draw on your abdominals as you push on the ball. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Good. Ball in between the knees. I'm going to scoot forward for this one. Sitting perched right on the edge of my chair. So I'm going to squeeze the ball, bring my feet right underneath my knee joint, and then I'll let the ball release. So notice how my knees go out just a little bit. So you're going to squeeze, squeeze. Pull the tummy in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We don't do nearly enough inner thigh work. So you should feel this all the way at the upper fibers of the inner thigh, all the way up here, all the way into the pelvic floor. So you should kind of feel this like the intensity right here, right? And right out to the hip bones. So it's going to just drop down here as you're squeezing. And then release. So you want to exhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So back to the bubbles. Maybe one will come in the door. Exhale. They make me so happy. I may have to get a bubble machine and squeeze for myself. Squeeze. 2 more, squeeze, 1 more time, squeeze. Let's straighten this leg. So release so you don't feel any tension here. Squeeze the knees together, extend, bend, let the legs open slightly. Squeeze and straighten, squeeze and straighten. So we're using the quadriceps, squeeze and straighten, squeeze and straighten. 1 more time, squeeze and straighten. Good, arms up. Hands together, curl forward, lift up, and bring arms down. Other leg, squeeze, straighten, bend, release. Make sure you release all the way. Release everything. Sitting bones, butt cheeks, everything. So that you're engaging, releasing, engaging, releasing. Exhale. Inhale. Spine is tall. Use your quads. 2 more. Squeeze. Release. Last one. Squeeze. Release. Good. Place the ball on your lap. Let's walk the legs together. side bend, switch sides, arms open, rotate, 1, 2, inhale. I want you to feel the resiliency and the rebound in the trunk. So it's a little pulse, pulse, breathe back in, twist, twist, inhale, twist, twist, inhale. Bring your arms with your torso, twist, twist, inhale. One more time, twist, twist, inhale. Arms back up, lace the fingers together, draw the arms forward, send the upper back back, so the ribs go back, then lift back up, very active, exhale, inhale, so move that spine, exhale, inhale, exhale, I don't care how high you lift your arms, I want you to move your spine, lift, 2 more, lift, 1 more time, and lift, arms down. Take the arm to the side of your hip, place the ball in between the side of your hip and your palm, and press. 10, 9, 8, 7, keep your legs together, 6, 5, 4, 1, switch sides, and press for 10. Breathe naturally. 3, 2, and 1. Ball back in between the thighs, arms out in front of you. Open up the legs slightly, tuck and curl back. You'll barely touch the chair and then come right back up. So I'm going to perch myself on my sit bones. I'm going to roll my pelvis back. That's going to happen before this happens. Then my upper back gets to go to the edge of the chair. Then I come from my sternum first, pull my ribs back to the chair, and come back up to seated. This is what it looks like sideways. Pelvis first. So I have to really pull these in to make my bones move. Then my upper back can go into the chair. Then I come forward from the sternum and then sit back up. Do that again. Lots of work here. Exhale, draw on the tummy. Move the bones, open up the lower back, inhale here, exhale, top of the head, throat, sternum, keep the ribs back as long as possible, hip bones are the last thing to come up, last 2, tuck and curl, come back up. We're going to do our hundreds in that position, tuck and curl. Let your body lean against the back of the chair. Extend out one of your legs. Squeeze the ball at the same time. Pump your arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want your sternum to fold forward, but the ribs to be against the chair. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more set on this side. Ooh, my leg's burning. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch sides. 4, 5, and out. In with the air and out with the air. That's a Joe Pilates quote. In with the air and out with the air. Good. We're at 80, okay? Option is to pick up both legs. If that doesn't work for you, keep your feet on the floor. I'll go back to 10 more on this side or 10 more on this side. I'm going to pick up my legs, squeeze the ball, keep my abs nice and deep, and pump. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Woo-hoo! Notice I'm not straightening my legs. Way too much weight. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo-hoo-hoo! Feel those hip flexors, yeah? Take the ball away, turn to the side, place your arm on the back of your chair, and stretch this leg back. Watch the lower back. Make sure it doesn't hyperextend. You're gonna have a slight curve there, but you're not gonna have like a crease here. So just let this lower back slope Let the ribs come forward. If you want a bigger bend, do it from up here, right? Not down here. So go into this lift here. And then reset the body, bring the leg in, and switch to the other side. So do all those components very carefully so that you don't go right into your lower back, right? So just slide your leg back first. Make sure that's comfortable. Make sure your sitting bones are on the chair. And then you can start to bow your spine, right? So the chest and the sternum are gonna lift. And maybe my leg will go back just a little bit more. Nothing's happening down here. This is all good. Breathe, bring your ribs back, bring your leg back. Let's turn back to the other side. Place the ball on the floor. So you can do this facing front if you want, but we're gonna reach and twist. So I don't want the chair in my way. Plus it's easier for you to see me if I do it facing this direction. So first thing I need to do is try and push my leg down into the ball. And that's gonna activate back here, right above the kneecap, right where the hamstrings originate here. So you're gonna feel that. It's not gonna feel very powerful because we don't have anything to work with really. So just press, pull in your tummy, press. Press, the dog can't decide whether to stay outside or inside. And push, and push. Good, you should feel your abs. Nothing should be moving here. Last two, last one. Let the leg rest here, drop this arm. Sweep it back, rotate. Bring it forward, lift it up. Sweep back, rotate. Ooh, I think one just came in. Sweep back, rotate. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Go ahead and let that arm swing. 3 more. 3, and 2, and 1. Good. That feels nice, huh? Scoot that ball in between both feet. If you're not turned sideways, now would be a good time to turn sideways. We're gonna add a little bit of like a seesaw, a little teeter-totter. Okay, you can use the back edge of your chair. So we'll start with the feet down, arm out in front. So I'm using the back edge of my chair to hang on and then come back up. So hinge back, straight spine, come on back up. Inhale back, exhale, come up. We do all this stuff on the floor. Inhale back. Exhale, come on up. If you want, you can release the back of the chair and do it without using that arm. We're gonna add a leg here in a second. Back and lift one more time. So you've got 2 options so far. Here's your third one. Okay? Hinge back, extend, come back in. Hinge back, extend, come back in. Hinge back, come back in. One more time. Hinge back, come back in. Have a seat. Feel that whole side fire, yes? Okay. 4th option is legs are coming up. Both of them, squeeze your ball. Let's hold the ball at the ankles for this one. If you don't want to take both legs up, don't. Okay? So I'm gonna hang on first. I'm gonna hinge back, which is gonna allow me to pick up my legs. All right? Extend, sit up. Hanging onto the back of the chair. Hinge back, lift the legs, extend, come back up. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale up. This is teaser. Exhale back. Extend. Come back up. Nice. Let's open up that hip again. So I'm holding my ball. I'm just going to stretch this leg back. I'm going to hold my ball. I'm going to do a side bend towards the back of the chair. And up, So my hand is on the back of the chair. It's not up here, it's down on the seat. One more time. Good, switch sides. So we'll start here. Press, press. Oh no, we didn't start here. Did we do this? Yes, we did that. Press down. Use your exhales to keep your pelvis really rock solid on top of the chair. 5 more. Last 2. And last 1. Good. Hand on the back. Hinge back. Hinge back. Come on up. Hinge back. Come on up. One more time. Hinge back. Come on up. I'm going to transfer the ball in between my feet. Both arms. Hinge back and sit. Hinge back. Oh, I know what I forgot. Hinge back. One more time. Hinge back and come forward. Place that ball back underneath your foot. I knew it was there for a while. Swing, reach, rotate, reach. Start to let the arm just move. Torso moves. Ball stays underneath the foot. Nice and planted. 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Ball in between the ankles. I'm going to start by holding on to the chair. Arms in front, hinge back, pick up the knees. Yes. Sit back up. Hold the chair, hinge back, pick up the knees. Come back up. We're going to add a straightening of the leg if you like. So remember, you can stay here, right? You can stay here. Any of those options. Hinge back, pick up the knees. Straighten the legs maybe. Sit back up, hinge back. Come back up. No falling off the back of your chair. That's why you want to hold on if you need to. And come back up. Woo! Those are challenging. Pick up your ball, hold it in your hand on the back or on the seat of the chair and side bend to the back. One more time. Good. Swing this leg back behind you for that hip stretch. Side bend. And 3. Good. And back to the front. All right. So super challenging to do extension in a seated fashion. So I'm going to turn sideways. And the ball is going to go, this is why a bigger ball is important. So a nice big pillow, a big ball. If you want to get a thicker pillow at this point, because we're going to do a lot of leaning over the back edge of the chair. So let's just start with puppet arms. So I'm going to place that ball like right in that little, right where my mermaid is. See her there? Right there. And then we're just going to protract and retract the shoulder blades. So you're going to reach the shoulder blades away from the ball. And then you're going to pull them back and see if you can actually squeeze the ball a little bit. And then reach and pull back and give it a little squeeze and reach. So we'll inhale out, exhale, pull back. Inhale. Exhale. So those are your rhomboids that are right in between the shoulder blades there. Sometimes they get super tight, so make sure when you reach your shoulder blades forward that you feel that stretch between there. Those should be mobile, they should be able to move. And then you've got your lower trapezius muscles down here, and then you've got your serratus here. One more time. Arms are going to go down. You're going to lean into the ball, which is going to bring your rib cage forward. This is going to open, so you do that. This is going to open up the lungs. So 2 weeks ago, I think, we talked about the heart and how the heart opens out from the lungs when the ribs open and the lungs fall back. And then when you come back up into that stacked position, the lungs wrap around the heart. So you're getting this exercise of the lungs and the heart at the same time, all that tissue. So we're just going to use the ball to accommodate the opening, right? So if the arms are down and I just gently lean into the ball, that really opens up my ribs, my sternum, and then close the lungs. And the heart will retreat behind them. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And don't be shy. Really let this move. Let that move. Do it with your breath, not by forcing the musculature. So inhale. One more time. And you don't have to breathe extra, right? Just a normal breathing. Good, so let's do a little bit of rotation. So I'm gonna push my front shoulder into the ball and rotate around. I'm gonna bring this arm around and then open back to my position. I'm gonna push my front shoulder blade back into the ball and bring my opposite arm around. Inhale. Exhale, move that front shoulder back. And center. And front shoulder back. And center. Let's do the other side. Back shoulder into the ball, arm reaches, wrap around. Open. Then we're going to get into some leg stuff. Pull back, open. Pull back, open. And one more time, pull back and open. Good. Grab the ball, place it in between the thighs, move up to the front edge of your chair. So we're going to stand and sit, okay? So if you try to stand straight up from here, right, that's might hurt your knees. So I want you to pitch forward at your hip. So you're going to do this fold at your hip socket, which will take your torso forward. You're going to feel your heels, and just like magic, you're going to stand right up. So go ahead and squeeze the ball. And because we've changed the trajectory of the majority of our weight, right, which is between here and here, we'll be able to just stand up. Yeah. So you're going to do that the same way on the way back. So you need to create the fold at the hip, and once that happens, you can start to bend the knees and the ankles, and that'll take you right back down to where you were. So standing from back here is much harder than tilting and using that weight to help you sit up and stand up and sit down. Hip hinge, sit. Hip hinge, stand. Hip hinge, sit. We don't usually break it down like this, right? Especially when we're sitting. So you want to consciously draw in your abs, hinge at the hip. This creates extension in your spine. Then you can fold your knees and your ankles. Hip hinge, stand. We'll make it a little bit harder. hip hinge, down. Good. Okay, I'm gonna make it a little bit harder by lifting up my arms. So I'm gonna hip hinge, reach my arms, stand, keep the arms there, hip hinge, so I really have to pull up on my tummy, sit, and down. Lift, hinge, down. Hinge, lift, hinge, down. One more time. Hinge, up, hinge, and down. Yes? Okay. Turning around. So anybody have thoughts on doing that with one leg? Put your ball down. Arms forward. So we're going to use these as a little extra help. We're not going to be up here. So you're going to hip hinge. Pick up one of your heels. Just a heel, not your foot. Stand up. So you can feel how you have to have more demand on that leg, right? Hip hinge. Keep that heel lifted. Sit. If this bothers any of your joints, sit it out. Okay? We'll just do 4 more on this side and then we'll switch to the other side. This is like incredibly challenging to try and do it with your foot off the floor. If you're game, do it. If you're not, don't. Heel stays lifted, toes on the floor. Up, hinge, bend. Hinge, lift, hinge, down, hinge, up, hinge, sit. Sweating. Everything gets involved, right, in that exercise. It's not just your knee. Guys, leave it out, please. Leave it out if it bothers you, okay? Leave it out, okay? We got 4 on this side. Heel up, arms front, hinge at the hip, stand. Hinge at the hip, sit. I'm much stronger on this leg. This is my right leg. Up, stand. Hinge, back. I'm going to see if I can do it without my foot on the floor. And you can see how my hip kind of wavers around to manage the extra weight, right? So I'll start with my toe down, stand. It's much easier to go down. Woo! Legs wide. Let's go to a flexed foot. So let's see, if I move all the way back, I want a relatively straight knee. Arm side, rotate, come center. So we're going to start to go down towards your baby toes. This is saw. So I'm off the edge of my chair. I don't want to fall forward, right? I'll move back a little bit. So you have to keep your sitting bones planted. Twist. Don't reach yet. Here we're going to start reaching for the foot. Twist and reach. Come back up. Twist and reach. Come back up. So I can't go all the way down. Twist and reach. Come back up. My foot has to push into the floor to keep me from falling off the edge. 1 more each side. Twist and reach. And twist and reach. And center. Good. Legs come back together. Ball goes between the ankles. Lean back into the back edge of the chair. Back to our quadriceps. Straighten and bend. I want you to flex your feet. Good. Don't rely on the chair to sit up, okay? Sit up and away from the back of it. Unless your hamstrings are tight, then I'll let you lean back. 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Okay, rest. Take your legs out, and you're going to do this. Cross, cross, cross. Point your toes. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Right here, right? Okay, you're going to do that with the ball. It's a little hard to do with a pillow, but give it a go, or you can do it just the way we just did it. Okay? All right, I'm not going to lean back, but if your hamstrings are tight, by all means, go ahead and do that. Now you have to twist and twist. Twist, twist. These are intense. Intense in your hips. Twist. Twist one more time. Twist and twist. And center and down. Woo! Right in there, right? Okay, let the ball go to the, no, let's go. Let's pick it up. Let's stand. Feel your legs. Feel your hips. This is gonna become my ballet bar. All right, so we'll go into a slight turnout, okay? You want your body stacked, so you don't want to be back like this, and you don't want to be like that, okay? So nice and tall, top of the head, down through the spine, down through the inner thighs. You can be slightly open at your ankles, and we're going to elevate and lower. So I want you to exhale, pull all the way up into your throat. You can do these seated if you want. See if you can feel that heel lift all the way up the top of your leg, right into that butt cheek. Up and down, and one more time. Up and down. Good. Turn the legs back to parallel. You're going to step your right leg forward slightly and your left leg back a little bit. But not so far that you can't keep your heel down, right? And you're going to bend your knees and lean forward into that leg. Looks like somebody got tossed off and now they're trying to get back in. So just work through the back leg and the front leg. So just feel the joints, right? Feel the hip, the knee, the ankle. Feel the lengthening in the back leg. This joint's not moving. That knee joint's not moving. But that ankle joint's moving. Okay, so now we're going to add in some balance. So this is where the chair comes in handy, okay? I'm going to step back a little bit. So I'm going to go forward into that leg. This heel's going to lift. I'm going to tilt. I'm going to come straight back down, and I'm going to drop that leg down. So this leg just goes with the rest of my body, right? The whole body tilts, pivots on top of this standing leg. So into that front leg, the heel will lift. My whole body will tilt forward. My whole body will come back down. You'll notice this leg stays bent, okay? So I'll do it from here. So I'll tilt forward into this leg. This leg is going to lift. Come back down and drop. Bend. Tilt. There's that hip hinge again. Up, down, and bend. So we're working that right leg, yes? Into that right leg. Heel comes up. Tilt. Down. One more time. Hinge. Lift. Up. Down. And center. Good? Switch sides. How are we doing time-wise? Okay. Perfect. Doing some light work today, peeps. Change my mind. Grab your ball or your pillow. Let's do these first. Strong hips, less knee problems. Try to squeeze the ball or the pillow, whichever one you're using. Notice how the legs are slightly turned out. That means I'm wrapping my thighs backwards into the back of my butt cheeks. Okay? So I already feel something up through the back of my legs. You're gonna lift, and I want you to squeeze the ball or the pillow. 3, 2, 1. Drop back down, relax. Let everything go. Inhale, exhale. Pull up into your throat, lift, and squeeze. 2, 3, and down. So my legs literally rotate this way when I'm squeezing, okay? Up, and squeeze. 2, so I'm gonna use my hand to give you that visual. And down, and one more time, up, and squeeze. 2, and 3, and down. Good, ball gets out of the way. Left leg forward, hinge, don't pick up your back foot, just hinge the leg. Last 2. One more time. Good, so now we'll hinge, the heel will lift, heel forward bend. You'll just bring the leg back down with you. If you want to move back so that you make sure you have enough chair there for you, right? So hip hinge, lean, leg will lift. Keep that standing leg bent for a little bit of extra work. Hinge, lift, down, hinge, lift, down, hinge, lift, down. One more time, and hinge, lift, down, and hold. Good. All right, let's do a little side bend from here. So hands gonna be on the chair, legs are right next to each other, right next to each other. Arms gonna drop. Bring the arm up, turn the palm up this way, and actively let the shoulder blade descend as the arm lifts. Come over to the side. Notice how my hip is not going out to the side. I'm gonna stay standing right on top of my legs. And now I'm gonna rotate towards the chair. And then I'm gonna go back to the side and come back up. So if there were a wall here, I wouldn't be pushing into the wall with my hips. Arms up, so lift up off your pelvis. Try not to get the shoulder in the ear. Lift up to side bend. And then from here, the rib cage rotates. And you come back to the side. And you come back up. We'll do 2 more on this side. Inhale. Exhale to side bend. Inhale to rotate. Exhale. Inhale back up. Switching the breathing. Exhale over. Inhale, rotate. Exhale. Good. So you're getting that lung movement again, that lung and heart expansion. All right, let's go other side. Feet right next to each other. Here's your hip joints are right here. They're not out here, they're right here. So they should be straight down towards between your first and second toe. So you don't want to kind of be off to the side, right? Everything nice and long, nice and aligned. Up, over, exhale. Inhale, twist. Rotate back. Stand. So for the twist, I'm actually pushing the chair a little bit to help me turn. Palm up, lift. Exhale. Inhale. Yep. And one more time. Rotate. And lift. Good. Super hard to get any kind of abduction. Let's go foot on top of ball or pillow. It's going to be a little challenging if you have a pillow. So we're just going to do some standing clams. You can use the floor if you don't want to use the pillow. Okay. So because the ball's not stable, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be challenging for my leg to open out because it's not a closed chain exercise. Everything's kind of all over the place. Okay. So you're going to rotate the leg, bring it back. Rotate. Open. Notice how this hip's not moving. Open. Three. 2. And 1. Good. Now place this foot on the ball. Push on it. No falling. Lift this heel up. Come back down. Lift the leg off. Foot down. If you don't want to do this on the ball, put your foot on the floor. Push on it, lift, down, up. So I'm not putting a lot of weight on the ball, right? I'm making my standing leg do all the work. Up, down, lift. One more time. Down, lift, lower, and up. Good. That leg is the one you feel, right? Switch sides. Option 1 is to keep your foot on the floor the entire time, okay? For both exercises. Option 2 is to use the ball. It just creates more instability, that's all it does. Just got a couple more things have to fire to get this to happen. Out and in. Out. Hips aren't moving. Hips are still. I'm not twisting. Open. Close. Open. I'm so distracted by the bubbles. They're everywhere. Open. Close. 2 more. Open. Close. And close. Don't do this without holding on, please. Push down into the ball. Elevate the heel. Stop. Lift. Down. Press. Elevate. So it's like a single leg heel lift, but not up, down. Lift. One more time. Push, lift, lower, and up. Good. I'm just going to turn the chair, the seat of the chair towards me so that I can do some planks. If you don't want to do the planks against the chair, you can always go to a wall and do them there. Okay, that's an option. I'm going to totally get the ball out of the way. I do not want to take any risk of having it get underneath my feet. You're going to notice that I'm going to grab the sides of the chair on the sides. So that way, right in the middle, that way I know the chair's not going to move, it's not going to tip, right? So I'm going to hinge at my hip, like I'm going to pick the chair up. I'm going to grab the edges, my arms are straight, and I'm going to walk my feet back. I'm going to hold this position. My weight is centered over the seat of the chair. Walk back in, lift up your abs, round yourself up to standing. Good, arms up. Inhale, exhale, fold down. Find the arm placement. Walk the feet away. Hold here. Don't let your head hang. Your head's part of the rest of your spine. So hold it in line. Good. Walk back in. Round up to standing. We're going to add a leg pull. It's called leg pull in Pilates. So it's a lift and lower of alternating feet. It's not very high. Arms up, inhale, exhale, forward fold. Good. Once I've walked into, I'm rounded right now, but once I walk out into plank, that takes me out into that long spine, which means that's why my head comes up. I'm pushing the chair into the floor, pushing away. Lift the leg. Lift the leg. Point the toe. Slide it off the floor. One more time. Lift. Lift. Good. Walk back in and round back up. Good. We're all going to do push-ups against the wall. Unless you want to be hardcore and do them on the floor. But we're going to do them with single arms. And we're going to do them in a variety of places with our hands. Okay? So I would suggest doing them on the wall. I only have a space about this big, so my elbows have to be tucked in. It's going to target my triceps better anyway. All right, so I'm going to place my arms forward, come into that leaning position, bend and straighten. 2, 3, 4, 5. Push away to standing. Okay, I'm going to do it again, and this time I'm going to cross one of my ankles. Okay, so I'm going to take my right leg, I'm going to cross behind me, I'm going to put my arms out in front, and I'm going to push. So now my right foot's off the floor, only my left leg is there. One more time. Push up to standing, switch sides. If you want to start to bounce off the wall, you can. Down, bounce. Four, one more time. And 5. Good. Now we're going to do a variety of positioning with the hands. It just turns the shoulder joints, works a different place in your shoulder. So let's turn the hands in like so. Okay. This is hard for me because I have a wall over here. So my elbows obviously need to go out to the side because my fingertips are turned in, right? I can't do this and bring my arm down. So the elbows have to go to the side. Here we go, out. One hand is above the other. 2, 3, 4, one more time, and 5. Good. Switch it. Other hand's on top. Down, up. 5 of these. 2. Feel how that feels different. 3. Good. And back up. Our last set, if you choose, is going to do a single arm. One hand is behind your back. You're going to lower to the wall. You're going to press back up. If you want the option, you can push off the wall, letting the wall go, and then go back into the wall. All right? So this one should be directly by the armpit, right? So the hand, when it hits the wall, should be right here, right at nipple line, okay? Not too high. All right, here we go. Down, push off. So you have to really actually engage your abs so your pelvis doesn't just fall into the wall, right? One more on this side. It's very different. And no twisting here. Other side. Here we go. Down. So go a little lower with your hand. 3. Woohoo! One more time. Yes. And push away. Good. Let's bring the arms behind. Go ahead and lace the fingers behind you. Pull the fingers apart slightly, like so, and then extend the elbows and let the arms extend and the collarbones roll open. Don't do too much extension of your ribs. So to kind of keep the ribs under control there. Good. And then we'll bring the right arm up to the middle of the sternum and the left arm underneath, if you can. And then you're just gonna breathe into the back, right? So breathe into the back of the shoulder blades. Good, unwrap. Bring the opposite arm up to the middle, the other one underneath, and big inhales. 3 of them. 2. 1 more time. And release. Good, roll the shoulders back. Yay, and we are done for today.